So, unfortunately, my roommate has a flat tire, which I'll show you now. That thing is gone. But I was about to go through the rear section of the truck, and then I remembered, wait a minute, my Pathfinder wasn't like that. What are the chances of Nissan actually retaining that idea of keeping the spare tire tools under the rear passenger seats? And it turns out they did, as I read here. So if you have one of these trucks, you have to go through the rear seats to get the tools. But in my case, yeah, I have to go through his boxes of blow pops. And if you're wondering, he does this vending service, and that's actually the inspiration of my second channel, the Vindcraft, and second business actually. So if you're curious about that, there'll be a link somewhere. Not much done to it yet because I haven't really done much with it, but yeah, let me get back to this tire situation and then we'll go from there. By the way, if you're curious how heavy 800 freaking blow pops are, it's pretty heavy. Like I said, these are heavy. 800 freaking blow pops. This ain't so bad. It's only 600. And the bad thing is, when I'm done, I gotta put them all back here. Fortunately, I'm not getting the jack. I've got my own jack. So I'm going for this guy. Oh, wonderful. His spare is worthless. Well, this is interesting. Andrew doesn't have a spare tire. And let me show you why. He has it. It's physically there. But not only is that bent, but that's a crack. Wow. That's interesting. Now I gotta tell him the bad news. So I gave him a call. He's supposed to come out here right now. I haven't shown you exactly what it is yet, but yeah.
I could see it.
You can see it from yeah.
It's bad.
It's pretty evident from this far away.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good paperweight.
Yeah. That's essentially what it is now, unfortunately. One extreme paperweight, but a paperweight nonetheless.
I mean, is the tire still good? Is it worth taking the tire off and swapping it out with?
Yeah, that should be good. As long as it's the same size as the other front tire.
Oh, I don't know. Damn.
Yeah, so I'll check that here in a minute. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so not only is it bent, but you can see it's cracked all the way across here.
Why? What do you think happened? Do you think he just bamboozled me?
Possibly. I can't say that, obviously, for legal reasons, because that's liable. Because he may not even have known how bad it was. He may have had it done and not even know.
Shit.
But usually what happens with that case is they basically they hit something, like a pothole or like heck, anything really. Could have even been a curb.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll pull the spare out, and then I guess you can use Monte's card and take it somewhere and get both of them replaced, or swapped.
Is both of them swapped?
Well, just pull this one off and then recycle the old rim.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna take it to Walmart.
I don't know if they'll do used tires like that. All right, well, let me get to work. I'll get this out and I'll figure out what to do with this.
Well, we should just pull it out, right? And then just leave it on a jack?
No. Well, I can leave it on a jack stand, so that should be a problem.
Yeah. Not the stand, not the jack, the stand.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I want to know what happened here, man. I drove it last night, it was fine.
You may have run over a nail, never even known it. But you definitely drove on it because the sidewall is gone.
I know. right, so tell me, what's the plan? What am I doing here?
So, well, first thing we really need to do is see if that tire is the same size. Kind of the nice thing about these particular Xterras is they have a full frame, so you got a lot of good spots to lift from.
You know, it's funny when I was driving, like, I was driving, and then all of a sudden I was like, man, I was like, I thought I was leaning, right, when I was driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm really fat. Like, the car's leaning to the left.
No, that's because you have a tall sidewall. That was the thing that scared people with Explorers when the tire would go flat. It suddenly goes, duh. So
Do that again?
Duh. So they panic, and when that happens, you immediately want to pull to the right because you think you're in a ditch or something happened. So when you do that, place some more weight on that tire and
So wait, before we take out the tire, are you guessing that it's a nail or a puncture?
well, obviously it's a puncture. Just a matter of where it's at. The
Holy
sidewall.
shit.
Oh, that's normal.
Looks like the Hulk punched it.
No, that's normal. It's just out of there. I'm just trying to see if there is any evidence of a nail on the tread.
I don't see one.
I don't see one either. But it's very possible that it could be
On the other side.
Well, it could be on the other side. It could be something on this side. Or it could have punctured and pulled out or gone through. It may be in the tire.
Yeah.
So there's a number of possibilities that it could still have been a nail.
Yeah. All right.
It's definitely not dry rot because the tire is in decent condition, or it was. Now it's dickered. Yep, I own a rolling toolbox. That's the beauty of an SUV, though. Plenty of places to put stuff inside and lock it up and not worry about losing anything. We'll lift it up just a little bit more. There we go. Now we'll lower it a little bit. I'll go the right way. There we go. Now it's secure. But I did screw up. Leave it in the comments below if you know where I just screwed up.
Shit. Okay, I saw this live. And I'm gonna say you screwed up by only putting one stand.
Nope.
I have no idea.
I didn't loosen the nuts.
You didn't loosen the nuts?
Right. So now I want to get you up and hold the brake as I loosen them up. So I did the brakes on this truck before, and I actually used a torque wrench. Let me show you why that's important. Because right now, as Andrew's holding the brake, not too much effort. It shouldn't be too much effort when you loosen your lug nuts. If you have to struggle with taking them off, they're too tight, and that's bad. They're only supposed to be about 85 to 90 foot-pounds of torque on your lug nuts. Any tighter, and it's just too much. Now, if you're in an emergency situation, like you're on the side of the road, yeah, torque them down. Just wrench on it. But if you've got the torque wrench, don't do that. There we go, it's off. That's the only bad thing about having a flat spot like that. And just so that way we don't lose them while we're waiting for the tire to get done.
That's a pro tip. That's a 100% pro tip.
That's only if you're going to be a long time between putting the tire on and off. Yeah, you should do this. Just makes it easier for yourself. Like I said, that's just temporary. Once we get the tire back or the wheel back with the tire on it, I have to pop those back off. But at that point, it's easy. I think it's it. Somehow.
So we should see if it fits.
But first, we gotta pull this sucker out. All right. Now, what am I talking about when I say tire size? I'm actually talking about the actual physical dimensions of the tire. And the reason it's important is if this tire was smaller, Andrew would have a pull to the left. If this tire was bigger, he you could potentially have a pull to the right. So that's why it's important to double check your tire size. In this case, P265 65 R17 is the same size as the tires coming off, so we're good. Here's some extra damage. So
More?
Yeah, there's more
on
damage
the tire?
On the wheel. There's a crack here too.
Oh wait, so do it again.
So there's a crack here as well. This poor wheel was done screwed up. I just noticed how bad that crack was, and it's bad.
The tire's fine.
Tire looks all right.
Is there pressure on the like the tire?
It's a little dry. Well, yeah, there's pressure, but I can't tell you how much there is. But my only concern is just there is a bit of dry rot, which is what happens when a tire just ages. If you look here, in between the tread here, see those little micro cracks? Mm-hmm. That's dry rot. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not good because as the tire flexes, because it's going to flex even with proper pressure, it stresses this area. And eventually, if you're driving down the highway and you notice that you see just a tread cap, like you only see this round donut looking thing, but you don't see a sidewall with it, that's usually one of two things that's happened. The other is running a tire too low of pressure, puts that same amount of stress on the sidewall here, it scrunches the whole time, and it actually fails at the sidewall. And a neat little thing you can look at if you want a visual cue of that what might be happening, is to look at the sidewall itself. If you see this brown discoloration, that's typically a sign that the sidewall has been overstressed. It's overheated. And you can potentially lose your tread cap that way, which results in even worse tire damage.
That's how you know you're in the hood.
Yeah.
Probably can't even see it, but there's a helicopter somewhere over here.
All right.
So what do you think? You think it'd be worth mounting this one on the...
We won't know really until we put it on that tire or that wheel and have them inflate it and balance it and everything else.
All right.
My only point of concern
Just the dryness.
Well, that's one, but the other is this impact area. If it's impacted this hard, there is a potential that the belt might be damaged, but you would typically see that. You would see it as a growth right here. It looked like a tumor, big bulging spot right here, because the belt has failed, it's separated, and when that happens, the air is actually pushing against rubber at that point, and just like with a balloon, it expands. Same thing would happen with your tire if you didn't have that tread in there, or that steel belt in your tread, along with being able to handle much more loads and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it might be okay, but we won't know until we actually mount it.
Looks bad. I might just buy a new.
Well, if they've got a good used one there, yeah. But honestly, I think that one's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I said, you won't know anything until they mount and balance it.
All right, so I guess I'll just go ahead and take these, put them in the Mazda 3. And yeah, hashtag cars. You think if I ride with this on the freeway, I can go on the carpool lane?
Anyway, unfortunately, because of that, I can't go with y'all. But I am going to send Andrew with you.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, about time we're alone. That guy's the worst, huh? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Bye, Justin. Bye. Alright. So we're here at Rene's Tires, just swapping out the tires on the car. So yeah, they're gonna look at it, they're gonna let me know, balance it, all that, so I'll know shortly. So Justin was right, there's a nail right here. Okay, so I'm leaving the tire shop. You guys, this place is awesome. Rene's Tires off Valley Boulevard. $10 for everything, they even balanced it. I think I got you a subscriber, Justin. The guy was like, man, you a vlogger? Because I pointed the camera and I was filming. I was like, yeah, man, Carbage, check it out. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. We're gonna get this thing done. I really need the truck for tomorrow. Justin's a lifesaver, so yep, heading home. So yeah, man, it was a nail.
Yeah, we probably just didn't see it, that's all. There's no air in the tire, so I wasn't gonna be able to see it at all. I could have sprayed some soap on it. Could have seen where it was at, but yeah.
wondering where that nail came from. I have a feeling it's from...
It could have been from anywhere.
I know, but they do construction on that house.
Yeah, it could have.
I don't know why I think it's from that.
It could have been. It could have been from anything. Could have picked it up driving on the highway, not even knowing.
I'm just surprised I didn't know when I got in the car. You know, like...
It was probably inflated. That's probably why you didn't notice. I mean, you saw how drastic it keels over when it's not inflated. So.
Yeah, he asked if I wanted to patch the other tire up.
No.
Yeah,
That thing is ruined.
I'm good. It's been the same price.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. Well, the tire's off, so it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for the sidewall damage, patching it would not have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Actually, patching is better than straight plugs because it doesn't ruin the integrity of the belt like a straight plug does.
Yeah. That's it?
Not yet.
Oh.
Got the truck down now. And then, the thing I mentioned earlier. I'm going to take these off so they don't fall.
Tire pops?
That would suck. Alright, now, this is what I was talking about when I said torque wrench earlier. If you don't know what that is, I'm about to show you. It's this guy here. This is a click type. So it makes an audible noise when I get it to the right setting. Or right amount of force. Unfortunately, this is a cheaper one.
Harbor Freight?
No, Durlast. Yeah, don't laugh. But it works.
That AutoZone brand, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done.
It is. I mean, if you're not relying on it.
It's not like you're running your business
Right.
with that tool.
Alright, this is just for a home gamer like what I'm doing right now. Okay, now, the comment section is probably going to try and light me alive, but I know it's not right to use an extension on a torque wrench, but I have no choice. Let me show you why. Unfortunately, with this particular truck, I have no room. As you can see, the end of the torque wrench is actually resting against the tire. That is why I'm using an extension here.
That Viagra, look at that.
I'm glad I made my channel not for kids. Okay, now, you want to listen? There it is. That's the click I'm listening for to know that it's torqued. Right there. There it goes.
Oh, wow.
Alright, hit that one already. Now I did this in a cross pattern because that's how you're supposed to do it. Don't want it uneven. Here we go. And go through them again. There we go. All done.
Yeah.
That tire is on. Well, that wheel is on, I should say. And that's it. So, like I said, this was more than I meant for this to be. I was just expecting to do a spare wheel tire swap out, and then we found that bad wheel.
Shit happens, man.
Yeah, seriously. All right, well, that's it. And now I just have to clean up. And so, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell, because you got to hit the bell now. And yeah, YouTube, wonderful. But thanks for watching, and hope to bring you more stuff like this here pretty soon.